welcome to Bourbon Battles, where I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Hey, if you've been following along for the last several weeks, really, we've been doing a bottled and bond tournament. We started with a budget bottled and bond, and we're smack right dab in the middle of our non-budget bottled and bond. But I got bad news. Chad and I have decided to put that tournament on pause.
It's got to be stopped for now.
Hopefully not for very long. And let us explain to you a little bit why we want to do that. As of right now, there are several Heaven Hill products that are in that bottled and bond tournament still alive. And of course, Evan Williams won the budget tournament. We have made a decision to not put out any videos with a Heaven Hill product until the workers finish their strike down there. They have not come to contract agreements on their negotiations. So Chad and I are going to stand with the workers at Heaven Hill and not put any videos out. And I personally will not purchase or consume any Heaven Hill products until that's taken care of.
That's unfortunate too, seeing as how the Bourbon Heritage Festival is this upcoming week.
Yeah, and everything I'm reading is they're likely not going to be able to participate in that.
Which is a shame, seeing as how they're the biggest distillery in Bardstown.
Chad and I are both pretty big fans of Heaven Hill, and we hope that they resolve that quickly, but it's kind of the decision we've made. So, we were planning on starting a new type of episode anyway, so today will be the first one where it's called Shootin the Sh with Joe and Chad.
Good enough.
So we're going to shoot the shit a little bit today. Back to this Heaven Hill thing, I think it's worth noting that 96.1% of the employees voted to strike over not just wages, there were some other things. So it's pretty profound statement. Nearly everybody did it, so I think there's probably a lot of merit to their claims.
It's pretty typical in today's America.
It is. There's a lot of good stuff out there that doesn't have anything to do with Heaven Hill that we can drink in the meantime.
That's true.
So today, we've talked about this several times. We're going to talk about
the good old-fashioned neck pour.
The good old-fashioned neck pour. I'm going to turn these bottles backwards so you can see them a little bit. This was opened several weeks ago. This was opened several minutes ago. So I see it all the time.
I don't know which one's which, but
we don't know what's in the glasses.
You don't know either?
No.
Oh, okay.
We're going to do them blind. Neck pour against a brand new bottle that just got opened against a bottle that's been open for weeks, and it's about half gone. So I see this all the time. People saying, I tried this bourbon, it tasted like shit, and I gave it a couple weeks and it was awesome.
That is pure nonsense, in my opinion. We're going to find out.
We're going to find out. So the reason why we chose Maker's Mark specifically is that should be a very consistent bourbon. These were bought both at about the same time. So Maker's Mark is a very consistent. Obviously, we don't do this with small barrels.
Hey,
or single barrels.
Of that, we have to announce.
It's in the.
We have to announce it now.
No, it's in the Lafroig episode. I can't cut it out.
Okay.
And as soon as Heaven Hill gets back to work, we can put all that stuff out too.
Well, we gotta wait.
If they don't get back to work, we can put out the Lafroig this week.
Right.
So we'll see. So
I would encourage anybody to go to the greater Bardstown area this week if you are so afforded the opportunity.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot going on down there.
There's a lot about whiskey going on down there, yes. Even though the biggest distiller in the area probably won't be there, which is unfortunate.
Hey, get you guys back to work and you can have fun and sell stuff.
People aren't smart enough. They're going to keep buying it. That's all right.
I'm not.
Well, that's fine.
So we're going to drink these like we always do. We're going to shoot the shit with you while we do it. We'd really like if you put something in the comments to tell us what you think about neck pours. If you think there's anything to it. Do you think the whiskey's not as good when you first open it? Do you have what is your prediction before we drink these?
I don't necessarily have a prediction. My prediction, my whole thought on the neck pour thing is pretty silly. I mean, why would somebody pay $150 for a bottle of whiskey to pop the top on it and then pour the neck out? Do people do that? 'Cause
I don't know what they do with it.
I don't think they do. I think people are just fat mouthing. That's just my opinion. But it comes back to the cardamom and muskrat oil and all that. It's the same kind of stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah. I'll give you my word. If I think one of these tastes better than the other, I'll let you know.
Well, they should taste identical.
I think the nose is a little different already.
Of course you do. I do too.
One's got a better nose.
I agree.
That could, we don't know which one's which, but that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right out of the gate, that's pretty interesting.
That's true.
It's got quite a bit better nose.
Maybe there is something letting it air out and open up and release its essence into the bottle.
We're about ready to find out.
Which one is which? This is 1 and this is 2?
Yes.
I just had to make sure.
Hey, there's something cool. You want to talk about something really cool you can do with Maker's Mark for free?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I know 2 things, but...
So one of the really cool things about Maker's Mark, and Maker's Mark is one of my absolute favorites. You could go online and join their Ambassadors Club for free.
Yep.
They'll put your name on a barrel head, and when it matures, you go down there. Has your barrel matured, or you?
It is not. I don't know how much time it's got left on it. It's I've probably got 2 or 3 years left, or maybe I don't know. I'm sure they'll get a hold of it.
It's like 4 to 6 years after you do, depending on how they do that batch. And you go down there, and you get to hand dip your own bottle. They make you a really special label. They give you business cards.
I'm going to have to fist fight somebody to get the barrel heads. What I'm going to have to do.
Probably not going to be a bigger guy, is there?
Probably. I'm not that big.
You're not that little.
That's true. You got any water with a dipping straw? I guess we don't need to do that.
I didn't think you'd want water in this for this experiment.
Well, maybe maybe the neck pour tastes better with water.
I'll get out of here.
Hey, it's not my bag. I think this one, if this is number 2, right? I think this one smells better.
You want me to put stickers
No,
on here?
because it might
for
get
you?
turned around. So that wouldn't do any good.
I thought 1 smelled better.
Well, I think 2 smells better. You also think Lefroy is good. What's that tell you?
I didn't. Who said that?
I thought you did.
God, no. The next episode after this one, unless Heaven Hill wraps their thing up, will be the Chad drinking the Lefroy again. Do yourself a favor and watch that.
So we've got Heaven Hill, Buffalo Trace, and
Old Forester
and Brown Foreman are the 3 left.
Yeah.
So as long as this doesn't start a chain of events, we should be good if Heaven Hill comes back.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors on the interwebs about 1792 Barton going on strike, but I just read their
Is that Webs with an S?
interwebs.
Is that kind of like Instagrams and Facebooks?
They're all on the interwebs.
Gotcha.
But I read today that they're under contract till 2024, so I can't. It has to be something really weird for them to go on strike.
Well, it's not going to. If they're not going to get anywhere.
Just a bunch of moose mouthing on the interweb nets.
Yeah. Look at the legs on that. I wonder if the legs are different on the neck pour than the regular pour. I don't think so.
I don't know if we have to do a bunch of hoopla about this. Huh?
I don't think we do. I haven't tasted this number 2, right? I haven't tasted it yet.
Did you ask me if it was number 2?
Yeah.
It's good whiskey. Hey, if for some reason, if you watch this channel, you're getting into bourbon and you don't have a bottle of Maker's Mark, I highly suggest you get one sooner than later.
Hey, just so anybody knows too, if Maker's Mark cask strength is everywhere in Central Indiana right now, and I've seen it as low as $39. So.
And it is.
It's good.
Do you like it better than the 46 cask strength?
That's what I meant.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I meant 46 cask strength, but yes, it's good. Don't you think it's good?
I think it's.
Do you think it's phenomenal? Just say it. They don't care.
46 cask strength is phenomenal. Sorry for disappearing there a little bit. Might as well show you. I'm not going to show you anything crazy, any of their store picks or anything. But you got regular Maker's Mark. Unbelievable. You can buy this at every place that sells alcohol in America. You can get this at every bar that has whiskey in America, and it's good every single time.
You should be able to. I've been to bars that only have Jack Daniels and Jim Beam and Crown Royal. So
got a lot of that down in your neck of the woods. So, do you want to explain what the difference between regular Maker's Mark and Maker's Mark 46 is?
No, I'll let you do it.
So it's finished in a. They throw like 10 staves of
Staves.
They put 10 French oak staves in the barrel and finish it for 2 months, and that's the difference between Maker's Mark.
Is
and
it French oak?
Yes, sir. I've done my research before we started this.
I thought they did away with the French oak, though.
From what I understand, that is the only difference in regular Maker's Mark and Maker's Mark 46.
Yeah, if you ever go down there on their tour, they have the stave wheel or the stave wheels that they put down in the barrels and finish them in the concrete rick house, basically.
So that, if I'm wrong, tell us in the comments why I'm wrong. I personally very much enjoy regular old Maker's Mark. I do prefer the 46 over that. And then this is kind of new.
Yeah.
Maker's Mark 101. It's everywhere in Indiana now.
It is, and it's everywhere. I mean, any place I've been in the Midwest, Central Midwest, I've seen it.
So my understanding on this is it's just regular old Maker's Mark proofed at 101.
Yeah, just not as much water.
Not as much water. Regular Maker's Mark's 90. So 11 proof points higher. And I don't know if there's any truth to this, but I have heard that the Maker's Mark 101, it comes in a fancy box, cardboard, that this has been out for many, many years, but was exclusive to cruise ships.
Yeah, that could be true.
And because of COVID-19, there were no cruises, so they sent them to retail instead. I don't know if that's true or not. If it is, I guess one could only assume that the possibility is at least there that once cruises start back up, they'll go back out there and you'll be able to get them again. So grab you one. I haven't even opened this. I've never had it.
I think, though, but here's the thing. When they do things like that, I think they're doing it to test to see how it'll sell off the shelf in the continental U.S. And if it does well, why would they send it back on cruise ships?
Yeah, that'd be a good one to do blind against, like Wild Turkey 101. Or anything 100 proof. Cooper's
or
Craft.
Anything 90 proof, or anything 80 proof, or anything 120 proof, or whatever.
Well, you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Beat it. So the next product they have is their regular Maker's Mark cask strength. This one's 108.7 proof.
That varies. All the proof on that's going to vary.
Is batch to batch released?
I think so.
However they do it.
Mm-hmm.
None of this is single barrel, so fantastic stuff.
Yeah.
And easy to find.
Yeah. And affordable.
Affordable. And then the star of the show, in my personal opinion, would be the 46 cast strength. So it's the same as the cast strength, and they throw their 10 French oak staves. This one happens to be 110.3 proof. So,
and those are all pretty close. I mean, those are all within, I think they're all probably within
a point or two.
2 points of each other.
If you want to get into some of the higher proofed whiskeys, this is where to start, in my opinion.
It's good. I mean, it's really good.
It's fantastic. I'll tell you something else to try if you want to start getting into, because this is called Shootin the Sh. We can talk about anything.
Yeah, anything you want, bud.
I'm really curious what everybody has to think about the Jack Daniel's single barrel proofs.
Well, you know me. I'm a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey guy, and I think it's good. I hate to admit it, but I think it's good.
I had a friend over last night.
And it's everywhere. And it's allocated.
And everywhere.
And everywhere. Which goes to show you about the shenanigans that's going on.
That'll be.
We're going to do an episode.
That'll be its own Shootin the Shit episode.
That's fact.
Called. We could name that episode the Rochambeau of whiskey.
Yeah, we're gonna let you guys know the truth behind what's going on with allocations, from the distributor to the supplier to the liquor store owner to the consumer, because there's a lot of lack of information out there that people need to know about. So there's not such a frenzy, because there's plenty of whiskey for everybody, but it's just a matter of greed, in my opinion.
You know, I will probably, I want to do some soul searching before that episode. I want to make sure that I have my opinion down pat. And
well, I've got proof. I mean,
since we're shooting the shit, I'm gonna have a little of this.
Go ahead. I've got friends that work for the distributors, different distributors, that will tell me the truth behind it. I also have friends that are liquor store owners that will tell me the truth behind it. So, it's a whole different episode. Let's talk about some other time. We can talk about it now if you want, but
no, we'll do its own episode. I'll tell you what we can talk about real quick.
Okay.
Is my shirt. Dragon Arms in Colorado. If you've ever been there, I'd like to hear your opinion on it. I want to go there. A buddy of mine bought me this shirt. He's a YouTube guy.
It's not 100% cotton, is it?
I can't honestly tell you an honest
I hope not.
Why?
Because you ain't got much room to shrink.
It's been washed, bud.
Oh.
Is that a fat joke?
Mm-mm.
What kind of joke? You want some?
No joke.
You want something in your
No,
glass?
I don't want any more in my glass.
Yeah. If you've been to Dragon Arms out in Colorado Springs, check him out on YouTube. Maybe this video will get back to Dragon Man and he'll talk about bourbon battles. That'd be kind of cool. Have you watched any of his stuff?
No, I knew a guy named Red Dragon one time, but
Was he a law enforcement officer?
thought he was.
Oh. There's just certain things that really tickle me. What do you think on these two?
I don't know.
Can you tell a difference in them?
Mm-hmm.
My take on those was
It's a slight difference, in my opinion.
just a little bit.
That's what slight means, yeah.
Just slightly different. I thought one was slightly better than two.
I thought 2 was slightly better than 1. If this is 2 and that's 1. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just check it out. Let's just see what was what. Number 1 was the open bottle.
This was the open bottle. And I thought the neck pour was better. So there you go.
So I'm gonna say, after tasting that, they were so close. Neck pours.
That's just people don't have anything better to talk about.
Yeah, there wasn't any difference to speak of.
No, and the neck on a Maker's Mark bottle is pretty long. Another one we could do at some point is a Willet. We could do, well, here's what we can do. We can do a new Willet distillate, actually made at Willet Distillery.
This one?
Yep. Versus an old Willet distillate made presumably by another Bardstown distillery. And we could put those up against one another. And if we could get 2 bottles that had neck full in it, we could do, I don't know, we can't do that. Well, I don't know, we could do all kinds of stuff.
Everybody talks on the interwebs about how horrible the Willet
is.
is.
That with an S?
Yeah. They talk about how horrible the Willet is. I don't think it's that bad.
No, I don't either.
I don't think it's that great. That'd be a good one to do. We'll do that in a Shootin the Sh one time. Your old bottle and my new bottle.
Yeah.
Surely it's the same recipe, but 2 different distilleries.
Yeah.
We got a lot of fun stuff we can talk about. Let us know in the comments what you want us to shoot the shit about. Hopefully we'll get this bottled and bond tournament wrapped up soon.
Coming, hopefully.
Last time the distillery in Kentucky went on strike, it was 2 weeks long in 2018.
Yep, and I was driving down the road and the wife says, "Are you going to stop there?" I said, "I don't think so."
I would never cross the picket line, even to go in and go to the bathroom.
No, there's plenty of trees on the road.
That's it. So, yeah, if you feel the same way, I encourage you to call Heaven Hill and let them know how you feel about it. Good luck getting somebody on the phone.
They've all left. There's no one there.
There's no one there. You can. I was able to get a hold of somebody at the Evan Williams Experience, and they said they'd relay my sentiment.
I'm going to guess that after this week, there will be nobody there either.
It'd be
But I
weird.
could be wrong.
Yeah,
Good for the workers at Heaven Hill.
I agree. Wrap this one up, I think.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments what you think about neck pours. Give us ideas for more Shootin the Sh episodes.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about the Willet idea, or what you think about Maker's Mark in general. Until next time, enjoy bourbon with your friends, but do it responsibly.
Please.
And hey, if you're an employee of Heaven Hill and this comes to you, know that at least Chad and I are going to stick behind you, and I won't patronize that business until they figure it out with you guys.
And it makes me sad because it's my favorite distillery.
Yep.
But it is what it is.
Hopefully we get it back. Hey, I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
See you next time.
Thanks, guys.